Let me look at my notes. Okay, wait. She know. I got it. Wait, yeah, you come find those. Now, the older kids have to keep your nose down, otherwise you lose track of where you're going and what you're talking about. And I have no shame in that. There you go. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into it. Now, as you guys know, last week the that thing that sits in the White House still. So he ripped down the East Wing. He put on the East Wing because he wants to make space for this gold laden ballroom that's going to be as tacky and as he is. And nobody like gold. Right, people, gold is like let me put gold bars in my face or gold bars. Why would I want a gold laden ballroom? And then some people claim like, well, when they have these big events, they have to have it in two different places because there's not enough room in the White House. You know what? So you've been doing it for decades and it works. Furthermore, like everybody was saying, that's not his house. It's our house. It's the people's house. It's not your house. So he's doing whatever he can just to cause confusion. And I think who was the girl? Who was Clinton's daughter, Chelsea. She went back and forth because, of course, what was it, Don Jr. or the other one? DJ Jr. Oh, DJ Jr. had something to say about her comments. Like where y'all white people come from? That's all I want to know. Where in the hell do you? I'm talking about the Trumps. I'm talking about the Trumps. Where you all come from? You all have always been white trash. Let me be clear. And now you just have a little more money. Now you white trash with money. With more money. I just want them to go away. There was a survey that somebody asked and said, pray for Donald Trump. I said, oh my God. So I said, let me just read some of the comments that people said. This one particular person, one I followed each other for a long time, she said, her comment was, I pray that he die. I said, oh, okay. I really didn't want to go with that one.
Well, that's not the conversation. That's not the conversation that I've been hearing.
What you hear?
Well, a lot of people have been commenting on the fact that yes, he's building a $300 million ballroom. Time the government shut down and SNAP benefits are about to be lost November 1st. But you got money to build a $300 million ballroom and extension or tear down a part of the White House and then remodel and rebuild a $300 million ballroom. And you got folk out here who government programs to help them eat, to help them buy groceries, to help them feed their kids. They're losing those benefits. Now, politicians and politics are always going to do what they want to do. However, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be at the expense of the American people. This looks real selfish.
Well, look who it is. Are we really shocked? At this point, I'm really not shocked at anything that he does.
And then made it worse because there's a SNAP emergency fund that he could use to at least fund it for November. He came out and said, "Oh, he's not going to do that."
What is it any worse than him saying that you're giving you're taking the so-called tariff money that you were supposed to get and you giving it to Argentina and you want us to buy Argentine beef? I mean, have you ever heard of such nonsense? He, I just can't get away from his word. He's just a stupid man. He's just a stupid man who's just crazy with all this so-called power that he thinks he has. I'm floored just by every day. I think I can't be any more surprised, but I lie to myself. Every day is something else that I just say, Lord, I'm just gonna pray that you have to do something with him. I don't care if you fly him to the moon, off the equator, into hell. I just anywhere, but in the White House. That's all I'm asking.
This man is. And when you think he can shock you,
oh damn,
he confused a dementia screening for a very hard IQ test.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, I said he's stupid. There's no other word I can say. And to Dr. Fike's point about the SNAP, I said they could care less. They don't care about the people who are not going to have any money for food because their main objective is to keep the congresswoman, keep her from getting sworn in, and to keep those Epstein files from being released. That's the whole. They don't care what they have. I've never seen, and I know people can be ruthless, But I've never seen people as ruthless and as hateful as the Republicans that we see right now. I just and I've seen something I don't like. Because what's that other one that I could what's that I can't stand? What's his name? He's still living. That Ging Newt. Oh my God.
Oh,
I thought I could not like anybody more than Newt Gingrich. Oh no, I have surpassed that distaste.
well, they about the same rank. Cause Newt with his second, third, fourth, fifth.
I mean, well, Newt had families. He married to one person, had another family over here, another family over there. So that's who Newt is. Don't like the gay daughter he has.
I said second, third, fourth family.
Yeah. Newt is a piece of shit. I'm just gonna be honest. That's another piece of white boy. Dr. Fight, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go as derogatory as you have on
I
that
know you gonna keep it
individual.
clean. Okay, I know.
However, I think that what I would love, and I haven't done the research on this, but I to know ethnicity wise, how does this canceling a SNAP affect by race?
Oh, I can tell you that.
Because
I don't even have numbers in
these
front of me.
benefits
I
these
said
benefits just doesn't affect a certain group of people. I mean, it affects people who are below a certain financial status. And so being that this is about money, this is about poor, this is about rich, this is the disparity between. And then when rich people cut those programs and benefits, how do uh, marginalized individuals financially respond to this politically? And that's why I believe Dr. King was assassinated, is because he started the Poor People's Campaign. He started
Yeah.
the campaign where people were galvanized not around racial divides, but around financial divides.
Uh
And
huh.
when you get all the poor people, there's more poor people in this world and in this country than there are folk with
Mm,
resources. And so
yeah.
when you get all those persons together and you start galvanizing those groups of people, then next thing you know, you yeah, I mean, you don't know what to do.
I agree with that because you weren't here last week, but I said when they had the No Kings March last weekend, and so too many people. I was like, oh my God. But it was funny because there were places. First of all, it was marches in all 50 states, and they were in smaller towns that people wouldn't ordinarily, I guess, wouldn't participate. And I'm gonna say this: in a couple areas close areas where we live, there's a, because I live close to in Indiana anyway. So there are a couple towns that it's just filled with white folks, and normally it's a hit and miss when you go there. Sometimes they get on your nerves, sometimes they don't. But here's the thing: as we were driving down the street, I said, "Brother, so where are those cars coming from?" I said, "What cars?" So I looked to the left, and there was a whole lot of cars. And I said, "Oh no, they're out here protesting." Now here's the thing: when you saw people in the town's called Highland, Indiana. So when you go through Highland, you're not gonna see that. So that day we saw it was white people, it was black people, it was Asian people, and that's why, and to his point, it was everyone out there representing, across the spectrum. And I was really happy to see because I was happy. Remember, I was laying on my horn. Brown was hollering out the window. We were. I was like, wow. And so you really want to see that. So I said to see that across the country, because people don't like to mess with their pocketbook and with their food. When you mess with those two things, like that's what bring people together. Brianna made a point. She said, "This is the time that we all need to come together." She said, "We can start hating each other later, but right now the common goal is to get rid of Trump and Republicans." Those were her thoughts. Your thoughts on that, Dr. Fight?
I mean, I completely agree. This is a time for people to come together. There's never really a time for divide. I mean, we all live differently and have different perspectives on how to live, even, with even how to cook food. But what we all should understand is agree upon is that people should have food. Like people should have clothes on their backs. I mean, people should have the basic necessities in life, and we can't disagree on that. I mean, now there are some people who hate certain people so much that they don't want them to have anything, but
Mm-hmm.
that's just hatred,
Yeah.
and there's no place for hatred, and we got to be able to make sure. Dr. King said years ago when he was asked about people putting themselves up by their own bootstraps, his response was, I mean, you can't tell a bootless man to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. At least give them some boots.
Yeah, right.
You know, and that's the thing. That's what social programming is all about. It's not about. I mean, anybody who live off of these programs, they ain't getting rich. I mean, but they're getting food. Like this is what we're talking about. We're talking about a program that makes sure that children got food on the table.
Right.
And I mean, the basic fundamental. Who doesn't want that in the basics of life? Like everybody should have something to eat. We used to watch them commercials where it say 29 cents a day can feed a village. Like I mean, and then you
But right,
put these kids that's got flies on them and everything. It pulls at your heartstrings and say, I can afford this and to be able to help somebody. But you telling me you have no heart where you don't want kids to eat? Like I just think that that's fundamentally evil,
right,
in my
right. I
opinion.
agree. Yeah, I 1000% agree. I said, right, because I'm saying, how do you shut down the? How do you say that people can't have food to eat, or you can't even be able to afford health insurance? Those are things that people need. That's the basics. So if you're that kind of person, and you're saying that that does not matter to me, it matters to me more protecting someone like Trump versus somebody having food on their table. There is something fundamentally wrong with you as a human being. There's something very wrong with you.
When delivery services like DoorDash are opening up 1,000 food banks across 50 countries just for federal
50
workers.
states, you mean?
I mean, I'm sorry, yeah, 50 states. 50 states to have for federal workers to go and get food and waiving delivery fees for them to get groceries delivered to their home.
And I said kudos to DoorDash for doing that. Now, hopefully, some of the others. Let's see if Uber will follow in the same path. I doubt it.
Not with that first thing.
Right now, it's some white boys that run this one, and I'm gonna break it down like that. The Asian man run the DoorDash. They operate the DoorDash. So so good for them. But you know what? As Americans, we all pay taxes. We all contribute. We do our. So why is it that the American people are suffering, but they're not? And excuse me, but they're not getting a paycheck, right? Am I correct? The Congress people, they're not getting paychecks, right? Or
Oh,
they
they are
still,
getting paid.
They still getting
you
paid.
said what now?
Yeah,
They're still getting paid. Yes,
Why?
I mean they are. Now let me just say this and commendable. It's been sent to me a few times. A couple of people have sent me New Birth in Georgia, Dr. Jamal Bryant.
Okay.
So they took 100% of the offering Sunday. I don't even know if they raised the offering, but they were taking money from yesterday. 100% of it was going to USDA, to food, to feed families, and they were making donations to food banks across the city of Atlanta as well as the state of Georgia. And they were instead of complaining about people losing their benefits for food, they were going to take money from their church and try to fund food banks to make sure people have food to eat.
Well, good for you, Pastor Brian. I think that's really good. But and I think more churches and more people are going to follow. Are going to take that example and run with it. So good for him. Good for him. And hopefully these people, you guys will remember this when it comes to what you're voting for and who you're voting for. Remember, it's the people. It's not those politicians that you vote. It's the people. It's the everyday people that's doing it. So everyday people who march with Dr. King. So I like hearing that. Good for them. Good for them. All right. So let's go into. Let me tell. This is what I've been thinking about this for a long time. Well, this for a while. But the United. Okay,
No,
so
it's the wrong ex.
apparently Trump was asked the question, would he want to run? Would he want to be a vice president when the next election comes on? He's like,
can't.
he said no. He said no, and then he started talking about this third term again, which we know is the U.S. Constitution spells it out very clearly that there is no third term. You cannot have 3 terms as a president. But he feels like he can do whatever he wants to do. But then I think about the U.S. Supreme Court. Can I ask this question? Why do we need the United States Supreme Court? And I understand if every state has its own Supreme Court, and since they have an issue, following the United States Constitution, then we don't need them there to try to interpret to benefit one person. So to me, they're null and void at this point. So stop going up to the U.S. Supreme Court because we know as long as they don't even follow the law. They just say, oh, this is for Trump, and we're going to vote against that. Every now and then, Amy Coney, she may vote against them, and every now and then, what's his name in the middle? What Roberts may, but Roberts has surprised me for a long time. So every now and then they might, but for the most part, it's whatever Trump wants. They're going to lean to give it to him. They don't even look at the Constitution. They don't even read what it says. So my point is that who knows what they'll try to do with that with him saying he wants to run for a third term. Who's to say he'll even make it to the end of the year? Who's to say he'll even make it through 2026? You just never know. You never know what's going to happen.
That's what I see.
Dr. Fight, any thoughts?
So are you saying you want JD Vance to be your president?
What?
Not that.
I mean, if you're saying that he ain't gonna make it, like, I mean, he
Oh, no,
next in line. He's the vice president.
What I'm really saying is that I'm praying for is that when it comes to the midterm elections, that the Democrats get the Senate and the House and have a large enough majority that they can impeach all of them because you can impeach the president as well as his entire cabinet.
Well,
so that's my ultimate prayer
for treason.
For treason, right? What are y'all treason? Like they done done it all.
But here's the thing: what is going to be the point of JD Vance to get fatter and eat more?
And eat more of my dollars because that's one fat dog.
Because I mean, all he do.
That's one fat bear. He like a grizzly bear.
In 10 months, okay, 10 months he has taken 10 vacations.
Hey, nah, I can't knock that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want a vacation a month.
Well, but you know what?
When you have a job to do,
right? When you're supposed to be the vice president, what do you do on vacation all the time? Well, maybe help your wife out because she'll have a nervous breakdown sooner or later. So help out. What's Uma, whatever. Uma is half crazy. So maybe spend the time helping your wife out.
And then I guess people are out there getting mad at Jen Psaki.
What Jen Psaki?
Because she always talking about his wife and how miserable she looks.
But she does. I feel sorry for her. I can't even look at her because she makes me so uncomfortable. I said, look at this poor woman.
She's skinny.
Her hair is thin as paper, right? Exactly. She never smiles. What's a forced smile? I mean, I wonder what goes on in the walls of that house because she has to despise him. She's like, you got me into this crap. It's like you can't. Wow. And then you have children with him that you have to raise. Oh my God. Yeah. But no, I will say this too. Nobody wants JD Vance. No one wants. Yeah. So my hope is we need to impeach the entire cabinet. That's the hope.
They hate him in Ohio.
But
we
go ahead.
Our country took a turn when President Obama took office. We went from a government that one maybe have been Republican, one may have been Democrat, but they worked together to come up with common sense legislation to be able to pass to move forward. We're so far in party politics now that it's even most states have made judges put their political affiliation on the ballot, which I disagree with. I think that when it comes to medicine, when it comes to law, I don't think politics should be involved. I think it should be based off of facts. I don't think a doctor should be able to determine whether or not they're gonna treat somebody based off of their political views.
Well,
No,
you know what?
it should be about health.
I kind of agree with that, and then I don't agree with that because nobody should make you. I mean, if you want to say where your party affiliation is, you should have the right to do so. You shouldn't be made to do so. But once I find out that you're a Republican and you support Donald Trump, then all bets are off for me. I'm gonna be honest, all bets off because then that tells me that I think you're as bad as he is. Because anything that can support Donald Trump, off for me. Yes, sir.
So you telling me the doctor that you have had for God knows how long, if you found out that they were a Trump supporter, you gonna stop going to that doctor?
Yeah, because I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, please, you might be trying to kill me.
Yeah, right, right. I can't do that. Because I would think every time you said something to me or prescribe something to me, that there's something to that. Because then I'm gonna let you know. Since you say you support Trump, I'm gonna let you know that I think he's trash. So at that point, you and I are no longer gonna vibe anyway. So there's no point in me you even stay in my position because that's not happening. That's not happening. Mm-mm.
But you have let them be your doctor all the way up to the point that you found out that they were a Trump supporter. What I
and,
mean,
and
what you
because you
mean?
let me know that, and then now that you I know that, and now that you know how I feel about that, we're not going to be on the same page about our things. So no, I cannot. I cannot. I can't deal with that. No, I would be a fool to let you continue to treat me if I know that's how you feel about Trump, and you know how I know how you feel about Trump, and you know how I feel, vice versa. So I would be a fool to let you do that to me. I'm not. No, I pass. Mm-mm. No, thank you. No, thank you. Because I've said this repeatedly. Anyone who can defend anything that Donald Trump and his cabinet is doing, I cannot. I don't tolerate that. I won't understand that. We can't have a conversation about that because there's no conversation in me, and I understand it. So that may be a short comment on my part, but I can't do that. I can't do that because there's nothing that anyone can say to me to defend Donald Trump and his policies. I can't go with that. So no, nope. And me, I found out a way when I'm dealing with people. I find out what your thoughts are on certain political views, and then I was like, okay, I can't deal with you. So I used to be that way because since I'm older than you all, I have dealt with the Republican parties when there was some that you couldn't stand, but for the most part, some will try to work with the Democrats and work together to solve problems. These here, they don't want to work with the Democrats at all in any way, shape, or form because they think that they're right and that's it. So when you think that you're right, what we gonna have a conversation about?
Well, I mean, Mike Johnson got his head so far
Up
up
Trump's
that
ass, that right? Wow, yeah. If Trump blow his nose, he gonna smell it.
I'm
So
surprised he ain't suffocated.
yeah, yeah. And so when you have people like that, there's nothing. There's nothing I can say to you. There's nothing I want to say to you. Dr. Fight. I think that Dr. Fight.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I
I
I
know.
completely agree with that Mike Johnson comment. I have nothing to add to that.
Yeah, there's no, but that's what I'm saying. So when you're dealing with people like him or have that same mindset, what's the point of having a conversation? That's a waste of your time and my energy. Because you're telling me exactly what you are. Don't waste my time. We have nothing to talk about. Okay, so we get something. Let's take a musical break and then we're gonna come back and then I'll wrap up my trending topics and then Dr. Five, I'm sure has his because we missed his. So we'll get into that once we return.
I'm about to text it to you, Brianna.
Oh, he put text his thing.
Tell him I got it.
She got it, or you got it already?
No, I have it.
Oh, she'll have it.
I'm on with it.
She's doing different she's working on multiple units here.
Of course.
You got it. Did you forget now?
when your wife, she here, and all the people I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
All right. Woo. All right, you guys, welcome back to Something to Talk About. Next segment. Dr. Fight segment is coming up in a few seconds. I just want to get a couple more things out the way before we go. Thank you guys for tuning in to KELM Radio. We love you and appreciate you. And now you'll be able to listen to KELM. You can pull it up on Alexa. It should be up and running today. They tell me it was, so it should be up. So whatever Fire Stick tablet that you have, you should be able to access KELM Radio and listen to it. If not, there's KELMradio.com. Go there and check us out too. Woo. Growing all over the place. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Much appreciated. All right. So one more thing I want to clear up. Bill Maher, he might have made the comment and says, why did he see more white people out there than black people protesting? Let me give you a quick and simple answer, Bill Maher. It's because this is the white people's mess, and you all need to clean it up. The fact that you asked that question, it just tells me just how ignorant and uninformed and out of touch you really are. Good luck with that, Bill Maher. All right, Dr. Fight. Are you ready for it, Dr. Fight? Dr. Fight, got any comments or any to follow up that comment, or are you ready to go into your segment?
I'm ready.
He said he ready. Let's go. It's on the couch with Dr. Fight. We've been missing that segment.
He ready for his beautiful footage.
He ready for his beautiful footage. Let's
his
go.
B-roll footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
When your wife, she here, and all the people I'm talking about.
About to go down.
Respects and appreciates her friends more than she does her husband who pays the bills with her.
Please define for me respect.
If I call her and she on the phone with one of those friends that's back there, hey, you know friends when he like. My point is, she don't respect my energy and effort to stay in our relationship, stay in our marriage, and stay with our children, stay with her. She respects their opinions, their thoughts, their...
I'm paying attention to how you're even referring to your wife right now. Like I'm paying attention to the fact that you're willing to humiliate your wife in front of thousands of people also. So what is it that you do inside of the house that will make it to where she can actually respect you? Because just because you pay bills and things like that doesn't mean that you will be able to get fully that level of respect. Hold on. Because if you say you pay bills, but if I'm coming to you about a concern, if I'm coming to you about something I'm grieving, something you hurt me on, something that I feel abandoned on, will you give me the safety to be able to talk about it? Can I trust you emotionally? Can I trust you spiritually? Can I trust you financially? Can I trust you in all of these aspects to prove that you give me a level of emotional security? Do we actually have a partnership? Because just because you married does not mean that you have entered into an actual partnership. Are we truly aligned? Because I hear you and I understand that a wife is supposed to respect you, but a husband is supposed to love a wife as well. So how are you loving your wife? Because a lot of times her lack of respect of you is a reflection of your lack of love for her, the appropriate love. So that's my question to you. What are you actually doing that will allow her to come up to that level to where she can respect you as the head of household?
And this is to the men in the room. We got to stop reducing ourselves to a paycheck and paying a bill. You added that as if that replaces you being a person.
She pays most of the bills. I manage the bills.
What the hell?
Mr. Paul, I love you. We gonna quit while we ahead, Mr. Paul.
Yeah.
Can we talk after the show, Mr. Paul, me and you? All right, let's talk after the show.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So after all that, then he manages the business.
But she paid most of the bills.
Okay.
He just manages the bills. But she don't respect you. Look, boo, she don't respect you. Let me be clear. She don't respect you. First of all, you don't pay the bills. You probably don't. You the same way you sit up there and you talked about her is how you treat her at home. So the lady is right. Why would I? First of all, why she's still married to him? That's the other question. But the thing is that so many women do that. We do that stay in marriages where there's no communication and there's a lack of intimacy, the whole 9 yards.
He said he managed the
He said he managed the bills.
know.
That man, he faced it. Brother, go sit down. What in the hell was that? And
Now,
Dr. Go ahead on, because that was a good one right there. You got me all I'm like, shoot, look at this.
I knew you was gonna go to 10 on that one. I knew you was. I knew it. Like I knew perfectly when that was sent to me. I said, L, if she sees this, is going to lose it.
And you know
I
I
knew
lost.
immediately.
I lost it. Because that woman, she brought it home. She brought it home right. She said the fact that you trying to stand up here and trying to humiliate her. That says a lot about who you are. Exactly.
Well, but okay, so let's I disagree, first of all, because I'm not big on double standards. We've already established that. And this is nothing but a double standard at play. Because if that was the woman standing at the microphone saying the same thing that he said, then that commentator's words would have rang even more truer. Like it doesn't give a man a right to lord the fact that he pays the bills
Right.
and doesn't give you any emotional support, is not there, is not present for you and anything. There's more to security than just financial security. There's, emotional security. There's, you need a partner in life, not just somebody that's going to pay bills, right? But
Right.
now that you know that he's not the one that's paying all the bills and she is, he feels disrespected from the fact that most likely that she's paying all the bills, but then she's not emotionally there for him. He wants more from her, but she's more willing to just throw money at the problem and then go out with her friends and not spend time with her husband.
Oh, I disagree with
And so
that.
we're not looking at it from that lens because now this man has found it that he shows up in a public place that she is at to be able to ask a question because this is a relationship show that's gone live in certain locations. And so he showed up because he knew his woman was there. And now he's asking this question because he can't get any answers. He can't get communication. She won't deal with him. I mean, he even said, if I call you on the phone, if she on the phone with her friend, she ain't even gonna get off the phone with them to talk to her own husband. Now, come on now. If a woman knew that a guy was on the phone with one of his male friends and she was trying to call him and he didn't answer her call, you would have a fundamental problem with that. Because why? That is a fundamental issue in your relationship. That has nothing to do with gender. That has everything to do with that being a problem in the relationship. Period. And you got to look at this more than just the gender aspect of it. You got to look at it from a fundamental aspect that how they treat one another is not right.
All that you said, I'm gonna agree on with you on that point right there. That's the only part I'm agreeing on. Because my issue is that he has a problem. He has a self esteem issue. So I think his whole issue is the fact that however he's unemployed or she makes the majority of the money, I think that weighs on him. I think it weighs on him, and in turn, he needs her to be there to pacify him to make him feel like a man. Sweetheart, I can't make you feel like a man. That's something that you need to do, and maybe that's where she's coming from. Yes, I make a majority of the money, but maybe it's you that has the issue and not her. So since you have the issue, you think I'm going to
But
sit
L,
there
you're
and say,
speculating. You're
right,
speculating.
right. But I'm
This
right.
man, this man showed up. This man showed up because he
I'm not
couldn't
giving him.
get
I'm
a
not giving him credit for that.
conversation with his woman
I'm not giving him any credit
otherwise.
for that. Like
That
the way he
man, that
said,
man is up there bleeding.
no, no, that he came in because he wanted to publicly humiliate his wife, which is what he did. Right.
Well, she humiliate him. I mean, she probably emasculates him and belittle him and all these kind of other things. And this is a cry for help. This action is a cry for help
I
in
think
their relationship. Their
I think
relationship is
he's playing a
broken
game.
not because of him. Their
Mm-mm.
relationship is
So
broken because of the two of them.
well, that much I will agree on that. I will, but I said, but for a man to come up there, he's like, how do? To me, he's out to get even. He's like, oh, okay, she's gonna do this to me. Watch what I do. Watch what I do to her. I don't.
And what woman on the face of the earth wouldn't get even if she was hurt?
He's not physically demonstrating to me that he's a hurt man wanting to solve issues with his wife. That's not what I was picking up from what he was saying. That ain't it for me.
Well,
Mm-mm.
the man said he just wants some respect.
You know, as I said, respect is earned. Respect her. Why is she not respecting you? Maybe you should ask
But
yourself
how
that
how
question
is
and
he
then ask
not
her that.
how is he not earning respect, yeah? You don't even know.
But you don't
This woman
because
knew
you're not talking to her. You're talking to her. You
everything that this
should
man most likely is saying from this microphone. This woman knew this prior to them getting together.
and she probably tell him, I don't care if you go there. You can tell all of them. She's like, probably say, I don't care. But the thing is, why if you want to believe that she is that cold hearted and don't want to talk to him, why is she that way? Ask yourself the question because most women only respond that way when they've been hurt or ignored and time again and their calls for understanding have not been heard. So what has he done to her that he's completely turned herself off? Because the average woman, we don't automatically turn ourselves off that way. What did he do to provoke that? Because he did
But I
something.
wouldn't say this is an average situation either, because once again, if this was a woman standing at the microphone, we will be saying that the man is using his money to control the woman and she wants more, just like the woman said. The woman that when she spoke based off of what he was saying, she was speaking off of the fact that she assumed that the man was the breadwinner and
Uh-huh.
he was up there saying that I pay the bills. He never said that. He said we pay the bills together. But she took it as since you think you pay a bill or two, that you supposed to, control this woman and this, that, and the third. This woman need more than just financial security. And these are the things that she's saying in response. But that's not the case. The case is the woman is paying most of the bills and treating him the same way that the commentator was thinking that he was treating her. But the shoes are on the other foot. And this man is coming out to cry out. And now we're saying, oh, he wrong, he this, that, and third, only because you find out that he paid most of the bill. This man is in a lose-lose situation because if you thought that he was up there to talk about that woman because he was paying most of the bills and he wanted her to give him some respect, then he was going to be blasted. Just the same way that commentator was trying to blast him. But then when he responds and says, oh no, I just manage the bill. She makes the bulk of the money. She pays the majority of the bills. And then now it's all of a sudden is, well, why you even up here? And why, like, the narrative changes that he becomes the victim and he becomes the problem either way. Either way, it doesn't matter where he falls. When he first started talking and you assumed he paid the bills, he was the problem. When you found out that he wasn't the one paying the bills, he's still the problem.
But
And
the,
therein lies the perception
here,
that's the
I
issue.
but the idea, here's what I'm saying. This man does not. Well, do I don't want to say that he may think that he's at the end of his ropes with the marriage. Maybe so. He's like, this is my last ditch effort to try to make the marriage work about with communication. The communication is not there. That's a given. But
Well,
also,
whose fault is that? The man said if I call her on the phone, she on the phone with her friend, she ain't
but
gonna
what,
talk to me.
here my thing. What do you want to call on the phone about? Because you're at home all the time. You're at home. So why can't you talk to me when I get home? Why do you wait
Who's to say he at home all the time? The man could be working.
nine, he's not working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When you are
But
home,
she
why
ain't working 24 hours, 7 days a week. But she the one that's out there on the trip with her girls and was trying to
why
leave her
are you
man at
not
home. She didn't
communicating with your,
anticipate he was gonna show up.
why are you not communicating with your wife when you're at home? Why are you not?
Because his wife is not communicating with him. Communication
Listen,
goes both ways, L. You can't put the onus and responsibility of who's
listen,
talking or who's
let me
not
tell,
talking
let me
on
say this.
one gender of the relationship.
Let me say this. My late husband was a horrible communicator. Horrible.
Okay.
Okay, let me go. He now horrible communicator. Went out, made money, put the money in the bank, bought it to me, whatever I did, if I wanted to. Okay, that's fine, cool. But when I say I wanted to talk about certain things, his idea of talking was to tell me what I didn't do and how I should have done it. Never solving a problem. So we never had that where we could sit down and have a really because it was always you a blame game, whatever. So some men are just horrible communicators in general. My husband was awful at that. Now maybe he wants to communicate with her, but how is he coming across her when they talk? When she said, okay, well, let's have a
L,
conversation.
once again, you're
Let me
blaming this
let me
man for their relationship poor
let me finish.
conversation.
Let me finish. I'm saying when he's trying to communicate with her, he's not communicating in a way that she's receiving it. So maybe and since he wants to be the man and the man in the house or whatever, you need to figure out what is bothering your wife so that to the point that she does not want to talk to you. That you all have tried. I think she have tried. I'm just interpreting. I think they have tried to have a conversation, but it always falls on a blame game. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at
You
it. And
you gonna hit me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
uh-uh. So that's how I look at it. It's just poor communication on both people's part. But I think a part of it to me is that he did want to make her feel bad, and he's like, well, maybe if I go out here and I tell the public and people see us and they know who we are, maybe it'll make her want to talk to me. Maybe she will talk to me. So again, he's still being manipulative. He's still trying to manipulate her and to bend into his will. That's how I see it. Because we
Okay.
at home talking.
Now you use certain words to insinuate once again that the problem that this married couple have is all on him. He's something he not doing. He's showing up and he's still trying to be still insinuates that this is a perpetual thing that continues to keep going on.
Because
You're putting the onus
I am. You know,
on him.
I agree. I am because in my experience of years of marriage, in my experience, most of the time when a woman is doing the things that she's doing, like ignoring him and having conversations with her girlfriend, it's because he has not been there for her in the past. Maybe he's trying to change and do that now, but she's so pissed off right now. She's like, I don't care what do you want to talk to me about? So she's completely turned
I
off. What
disagree.
to do?
I disagree. I disagree. I think first of all, we don't have all the facts about their relationship. So to insinuate there's something that he has not done or she has not done is furthest from the truth. We don't have that information to make that leap and draw that conclusion. What we do know is between the two of them, their communication is fractured. Now, whose fault it is, we don't know. We don't know if it's her being manipulative and saying, you know what, I've done what I needed to do, the bills I paid, I want to do this, and you just need to deal with it. And he like, well, I want more than just that. And she's like, no. But there are people like that. There are human beings that are like that. You want somebody to be submissive to you. You have authority and power, and you want to continue to yield that power over the person that you're in a relationship with instead of it being a cohesive couple group to work with. Now that fits on both sides of the gender. That can be the man that's doing that. That can be the woman that's doing that. But it's a fundamental breakdown in communication and how we ought to move forward together as a couple. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying she's wrong. What I'm saying is what we do know is this is a cry for help. Him coming up to this microphone shows that they, as a couple, have a problem in their relationship. And to point the finger at him unilaterally is a disservice to that couple to say, you know what, each of you have some fault and failure on how this probably got to this point. But without her story and without a complete understanding of what he has done in the narrative of their relationship, it's bad for us to be able to just point the finger at one point person. And this
Well,
is what most couples wrestle with and deal with. And the problem can span on either side of the couple. And so we got to be able to say, you know what? Communication is highly imperative. And I do agree with you. There's a lot of men that are horrible communicators. You know, hey, listen, it's probably the nature of men are from Mars and women are from Venus. But at the end of the day, I tell people in premarital counseling, in every relationship, you got one that's a talker and one that's a non-talker.
that's
And
correct.
sometimes it's not about somebody who doesn't want to talk. It's just more so they don't want to talk about that. Now, if you want to talk about something that they like, that interests them, and something they want to talk about, like you saying, "Oh, my man don't want to talk," but then he get on the phone and he talk to his friends. But what is he talking about? Is he talking about sports? Is he talking about something else that interests him? Like when you come, you may want to talk about X, Y, and Z. Well, I ain't got much to say about that. But if you want to talk about, football and what happened this week, then I might have a whole lot to say.
Well, see,
It's not that they are not that good talkers. It's just their communication is faulty because we're not interested potentially on the same thing at this current moment.
see, and that's the part. See, Dr. Fight, you guys, is a therapist, so he's a licensed therapist. So that's the side he's coming from. I'm a lay person, so I'm coming from the emotional side.
You a lay person?
A lay person. I'm coming from an emotional side, and the fact that I spent 30 plus years in the marriage, and I dealt with the silence or the non-communicative aspect of a relationship. So I dealt with all that. So I can see where he's coming from, but I also know that for a woman to respond or not responding based off of what he said, to what she's doing, there's been something done to her or that has caused her to disconnect from their relationship or whatever it is he has to say. To me, what he's saying is that she has
But you're
like
giving you're giving in this scenario, you're giving the woman the benefit of the doubt that she's not the one that caused the separate. She's not the one that caused the fracture in the communication.
you
You're
and you
basically saying, as a woman, all women get to this point based off of a man doing X,
oh,
Y, and Z,
and let's be
not considering that this man just told us. Now let's deal with the facts. This man told us that he wants respect, right? and and one of the panelists asked him to define respect. His response was, "If I call her and she's on the phone with one of them women she's here with, she's not going to answer my call, right?" Then then they go further, skip past the other panelist conversation, but then he comes back and say, "Well, I manage the bills, but she pays majority of them." Right? And so now with that information and that information alone, we we don't have any other information to insinuate that he did something to cause a fracture between the two of them. You're saying as a woman, and as a woman that's been married for as long as I've been married, and all women on the planet, then this woman got to this point because of X, Y, and Z from this man. You don't have any evidence to say that this woman is akin to you or any other woman to be able to get to this point.
I can
You don't.
let me just let me say this. If you in a room with say you got 5 to 10 women and you ask each woman, why do you think this woman is responding or not responding to him or responding in a certain way? I can almost guarantee you if you're in a room with maybe 10 women, probably at least 6 to 7 women will say it's because of something he's done to her. I can
Of
almost
course,
guarantee.
I completely agree with that. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying this
And the
is the
fact that you
fundamental
know the truth.
issue. This is the fundamental issue with people getting genuine help with their issue because this is basically Republicans versus Democrats. It's men versus women. It's like I don't care what the facts are. I'm gonna always defend my gender in the matter. That's like me saying I'm gonna defend this man because regardless of what the narrative is, she wrong. No, it's not fair. It's not fair to her. It's not fair to him. It's not fair. You can't politic relationships. You can't say, look, there are some good men out here, there's some bad men out here. There's some good women out here, there's some bad women out here. And to presuppose that all women are good in the scenario is a horrible approach to being giving people genuine help because you're no friend at all to another woman if you automatically assume she's right in the scenario. Her relationship can't get any better if she tell you the story and the situation and you automatically agree with her. No,
And
you got to
and
give her the truth. If she's
I
wrong in
will
the
say,
scenario, you got
and
to
I
tell
have.
her she's wrong.
And I have, whenever I talk to a girlfriend or whatever about a situation, I always say, well, "What did you do first?" I always ask that. I never automatically go to the female's part, but I always find out. And more likely than not, issues is male fault. Now,
But
I
but
was
L,
just
in this
it's not
scenario,
wrong.
you're saying it's his fault.
You
Like
know,
that's what you're doing in this scenario.
based
You're
off,
saying it's
I'm not
his
going to,
fault.
I'm not going to change my thought based off of what he's done and what I can glean from what he's saying. I will say that I think it's his fault. I think
So L,
I think the majority is on him. Do she probably take some? Yeah. I mean, I'm saying that I'm in my relationship in my husband. I was the one who always wanted to communicate. I wanted to communicate so bad sometimes that I would literally sit down and write a freaking letter. Right and
L,
right and
are you still hurt?
hell no, I'm moving past that.
Well, then you keep bringing it up though.
Because I'm just trying to go from my experiences as a married person. As a person had a lot of years and what I've learned from that. So so from that is why I'm saying that he probably now wants to make up to her or doesn't understand why she's not responding to him in a certain way. And I think it's because she is hurt or he has hurt her in a certain way or they've hurt each other. If
But
that's
L,
politically correct for you.
if you're the breadwinner, if you're the breadwinner in your relationship, are you going to include your man in the decisions of the household?
You know what? I always wanted to include mine until he's like, I don't care. Then when you say
Okay,
I don't care,
but
when you say I
but
don't care, okay.
that's you answered the question from the male perspective.
When I tried to get his opinion on certain things, he said, I don't care. He said, why you ask me? You can do what you want to do anyway. Oh, okay, well then see, so then don't come back to me later on and say, you just do what you want to do. You didn't even ask me. When I tried, you didn't respond the right way. So don't think I'm gonna come back to you now, which is what most women, or can I say some black women? When I asked you a couple of times and then your issues, I don't care what you want to do. Do you think I'm gonna keep coming back to you over and over and over again, trying to get your opinion when you just told me at least 2 times I don't care? Hell no, I'm not gonna come back to you anymore. No. So don't get mad at me when I'm on the phone because you don't care. Remember? Remember that. That's all I'm saying.
That's a lot of air in your chest when you say that. You
Because
should go back and watch this playback and go ahead and hear your tone and how emphatic you are when you make these statements.
let me say this. I said in my new situation,
I grew up around the church.
right?
You know.
She know, but in my new situation, right, I have a person who's better is better at communicating. So then somebody even when I yell or I get a lot of air in my chest or whatever, I'm like, oh okay, now you want we can communicate. But my lady, Brianna can tell you right because she was around a lot. Right, he was not a good communicator. And so it would drive me up the freaking wall trying to get that wall down.
Wait, I have a question.
L, what if the man genuinely didn't care about the decision that you make? Why is that a problem?
Because he had mouth after she made
There
the
you go.
decision.
I didn't have to my own daughter. No, exactly. Because he has
Well,
something
we
to
don't know what we don't know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Like, she was, okay, I'm just go ahead. And I'm not taking this ain't no woman thing or take no woman thing. I just sat there and watched. She would ask 3, 4 days in a row. Till finally the last time she asked, she's like, okay, forget it, I'm gonna do what I want. Then when she go do it, then he's like, "Oh, so you couldn't ask me?" That was like, and I used to look. I'm like, "How you gonna want somebody to ask you after the fact?"
When I asked you before
Well,
the fact a couple of times. Exactly.
well, okay, and I'm not. I agree with that. That's asking the question. That's asking the question about getting an opinion and getting some buy-in on the situation. But once again, I'll stick to the fact that we don't know what we don't know. Because once you made a decision when you come in, then now I got a question because I'm looking at the finished product and I'm wondering the process to get to that finished product. Not the fact that you asked me if I had an opinion or not, but I can't have an opinion on something I don't know. It's kind of like saying,
Explain that.
let me see if I can find an analogy real quick.
Okay,
Let's say something on decorations, right?
okay.
Let's say something on decorations, I don't know what I don't know about
Mhm.
credenzas or whatever the case. I don't even know what they look like. I don't even know. But then once I see one, I'm like, oh, well, why did you pick that over something else? It was like, well, when I asked you your opinion before you didn't ask, well, maybe the different approach would be this is an option and this is an option. Do you have a preference one over the other? Like now I know and I have some context and I know what it is that potentially might be the end product. So now I can have a decision based off of the end product. But if you ask me about something I don't know anything about, I'm like, okay, well, do what you want to do. Because I don't even, I can't offer. Like, if you talk, and I'm using me, just this is Jared fight. I'm just using me as an example. If you talk to me about hair, I couldn't tell you what the definition of the styles were. If you said I can't even give you a reference of what one style is versus another. And you say I'm going to get my hair done, and I'm thinking about X style versus Z style. All right, well do whatever you want, because I have no point of reference of what any of them styles look like.
What?
So then when you come back with a certain style, and I say, well, why'd you do that? It was like, well, I asked you from the jump. I didn't know. I didn't know this was what that meant. You see what I'm saying? Like my language barrier
And
don't
But
understand the terms.
now, when it comes to hair, I already know what your opinion on hair.
right, it was. I was gonna say
I
it's
know,
the same thing.
and I get that. I'm just saying, I'm just for me. If you want to have a conversation about a style versus another, you're gonna have to come with some pictures. Cause I couldn't, unless you say braids. Like now I do know that. You know what I'm saying? I do know like braids and some of what somewhat means. Now probably there's some stuff out there that I don't know anything about, but I do know that there's different style of braids. You know what
There's
I'm
just there,
saying?
when you're in a relationship for a long time, there's just certain things you would ask your spouse about, and me asking anybody about my hair, never, because it's my hair. I don't need your opinion on it.
Well,
It's just
I've been with my wife 26 years. We've been at this. You know what I'm saying? And I think the thing is, I think I'm pretty astute in some things. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife is Afro American female, so hairstyles can change. You know, long,
yeah,
short,
yep,
braids
right.
and everything in between. Like, and I love it all. Because you know what I've come to, and I tell my wife this. My wife has natural beauty. So anything you do, your natural beauty is always going to make that style look good. Now, some people will say, oh, well, the way my head is shaped, a short hairstyle won't work. Or the way my head is shaped, a long hairstyle won't work. Based off of their opinion of themselves. But in my opinion of my wife, she's naturally beauty in any style that she gets. She enhances the style. The style doesn't enhance her.
I agree with that. I agree. I 100% agree.
I know, I know you agree with that, because most women
Because
will agree with that.
I tell you, I look in the mirror and say, well, I don't like this. That's not gonna look good on me. This is gonna look good on me. I never had. Let me tell you, I never had. I don't want a man comment on my hair. It's what I
You
like.
don't want a man commenting on your hair.
And
Come on,
unless
L.
unless he say,
If
oh,
you go, if you go to the hairstylist and
no,
you sit there for 6 or 7 hours and you come home and your man don't even recognize that your hair is different, you gonna be okay with that?
I was for 30 plus
I was
years.
gonna say, did
What you
you?
talking about? You act like what?
I find that hard to believe.
It's not one time that came from the beauty shop, right around, and
Most women want a man's opinion about how their hair look.
Let's go So here, he would know this.
You telling me you don't want an opinion from the man you with about your hair?
I get an opinion about that from the man that I'm currently with now, but the one that I was married to, he didn't give. He's like, oh, this is what he would do.
But that doesn't mean the same thing that I'm asking.
Hold on.
See, you're answering the question by saying the man I was with didn't give an opinion. But that doesn't mean on your inside that you wish that he would give an opinion. Like
Well,
you want an opinion, you just not getting one from the man that you were married
and,
to.
and, and after a
But the
while, I
man you're currently dating gives you an opinion and you like that.
and after being somebody for so long, I didn't ask because I didn't care because I know I was gonna get one, so I asked. So I didn't care.
But that's my point though. Like you did want it. You just got desensitized because of the man that you were with. You did want it.
Right, and maybe the guy's wife has become desensitized to what he has to say, or what he wants from her. So now she's like, I don't care because I'm a firm believer that most women want want their men to show them love and affection, and if they notice them about certain things, they want that. So, but when a woman goes for so many years and you don't get that, you get that hard attention and say, I don't care. He don't pay me no attention anyway. I don't care. So you get that.
This is my thing. I have. You can't say nothing about my hair if you ain't paid for it.
That's Brianna said. You can't say about my right.
What
Exactly.
she say?
She said you can't say anything about my hair if you didn't pay for it. And I'm gonna go a step further. Even if you pay for it, you can't say nothing about it anyway because it's my head. That's how I feel. It's my head, and I gotta walk around with it. So you literally have no opinion about my hair. I'm
So in of the essence, what you're saying is if your man sees you and sees your hair and say, "Oh wow, I like that hairstyle." Your response is, "I don't care if you like it or not."
No, my response is gonna be thank you, but instead I'm gonna be like, I don't care if you liked it or not anyway, but I'm gonna say thank you. That's how it's gonna go.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, but really it is I'm like, oh, okay, he likes something. Oh wow.
Okay, so let me just take this same scenario and put it on the other shoe on the other foot.
But
Because this has come up on his radio show years ago, but let's bring it back because I remember. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Is this the time?
So you're saying if a man didn't pay for your hair, or even if he did pay for your hair, you don't care about his opinion, right?
I'm saying that correctly.
That's the
Yes,
baseline. That's the baseline.
that's it.
But
That's
if
it.
you didn't pay for that man's outfit, whether it was socks, shorts, t-shirt, shades, you didn't pay for nothing. Should you have an opinion
Here's
on
the-
it?
I can
And
have
if
an
you do you care if he care about your opinion?
no. This is what I'm saying. If you go out the box with something, let's preface this by saying
if you like it, I love
right,
it.
yeah, right. There are many times that their husband he would put on a pair of
Now
brown.
Brianna can't say that.
No, wait. He could my late husband put on brown shoes. He could have some blue jeans. He would put on a green shirt or a multicolored shirt. And Brenda said, "You going out looking like that?" She said, "Mom," I said, "Girl, I don't care what he look like. If he want to go out there looking like that, she said, I like. If he like it, I love it. I don't care. If he wanted to go out there with all them colors on, looking like he's Hispanic, I didn't care. I said, cool, because it wasn't me.
What can I not say?
It wasn't me. That's what Brenda said. What did she not say?
What can I not say? Hold on.
I remember a time where it was said, I saw what he started with, and he made a decision that we gonna upgrade this and not deal with
Look,
that.
when you look like Barney, yes, we're gonna have to upgrade because I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
When you in purple from head to toe, and you got the knee-high purple socks, yeah, we're gonna fix it. Because you not gonna embarrass me in front of that.
But that's what I'm saying. You now have an opinion.
Right, but over the years, for me, I tried that with her daddy. And after a while, if he didn't care, I said, "Damn, I don't care. I'm tired of talking to you about the same thing."
But here's the thing. I won't get offended if you say like, "Oh, your hair looks nice." That's fine. Just don't say anything past
There you go.
the
Yeah.
other length of my hair.
Yeah.
Like I won't go past the your clothes.
Right. Don't say, well, how much did that cost? How long did that take? Don't ask. Don't go into the details because that's where you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Don't go into the details.
And see, some men haven't learned that
Right.
process yet. They go, "Well, babe, how much it costs? Well, how long? Why were you there so long?"
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yep.
And then you get the response of, "Well, did you pay for it? Did you have to sit there?" Now you're getting that attitude because you didn't stuck your foot in your mouth.
You'd gone somewhere you had no business going.
Right. If you
You
just
gone
say,
somewhere you had no business
if
going.
you just say, "Hey, babe, you look nice," done the abuse.
Yeah. Cause your dad. Well, he'll come to the beach shop and pick us up, right? He'll come in. He wouldn't say how much is that gonna cost. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't say none of that. None of that. He'll just say, I was like, oh, go to the bank and pull some money to pay to get my hair done. Okay, he's like, oh, okay. Don't have no conversation with me about how much it's gonna cost. We're gonna get into a whole problem. It's gonna be a whole situation.
The problem is now you got these new age brothers that don't work and they want to question the woman when she coming by her hair. That's the problem.
All right, see, here we go. See, now we get into the root of the video right here.
The new age brothers, right? The new age,
Now we
the
get
old ones didn't teach them right because you're like, man, y'all don't want to go there. Don't go there with your woman. Ask her. Let me tell my sister will kill me if I would tell this story.
Hold on, before you continue. The first issue is that you're sitting in my house and you don't have a job. Then I'm walking in from work. You question me about what I bought. Okay.
I was gonna tell you, this is what I learned
see,
long time
and
ago.
this is what this man is talking about in the video. If he wants a little respect, who cares that you go out here and you making the money? We in this together.
When I walk in my front door and you've been sitting there playing video games, you right, I got a problem.
And no telling how long he been down there. If he say, well, I take care of the house
You
primarily.
don't know if that man been playing video games.
First of all, I might not even bother you if I walk in and the house is clean, the kids are fed, and it's like, and I ain't got to cook dinner. Yeah. I might leave you alone if you're doing that. But when I walk in and the house nasty, the kids look like I don't know what, and then you turn around and they got all that ask me, babe, what you cook for dinner? Now somebody got to go.
And you on the and when I get on the phone with my girlfriend talking about you, because that's probably what he hear is that she probably talking about him.
So he probably that me.
And that's what he mad about because she having a conversation with her friend. So all of a sudden he want to call her on her phone while you up there talking to me with your girlfriends. That's how them conversations go. I don't have to know all of it, but I can pretty much gauge what's happening in that whole situation right there. And she probably like she on the phone talking to her girlfriend say he ain't working or I'm paying all of the bills and he come here bring me this little bitty ass check or whatever she said. So I can pretty much gauge what that conversation is. And now so now you want to put her on front. So now you want to go to the event that she had. She talk about me with her friends. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna talk about her in front of her friends. That everybody know what she's doing. That's all he's doing, punk.
Here's my thing. If you're not working or you're in between jobs and you take care of the house, I'm not gonna bother.
Yep. If you show me you making an effort, right. Show me you making an effort.
If you say I would not feel that and everything's done house, I'm not gonna bother. I won't bother. The problem I have is you don't do nothing, you choose to do nothing, and you get mad at the woman while she's sitting up taking care of you. No. I have said for years, Brown don't take care of the man.
That's my child right there, y'all. Brown don't take care of the man.
I ain't take it. Now, if you're going through it, I give you a little support.
I give you a little grace. There you go.
I give you a lollipop to cheer you up if you want one to. But to just not working, just you gonna say, oh no.
Let me just tell y'all this. Well, you're right, and a lot of young men that want to do this. My mother always said, I don't care if you go out there and you shovel shit.
No.
But you do something.
Because everything now is I'm an entrepreneur.
I want to be
a rapper, and there's nothing wrong with that. But can you have a 9 to 5 in between that?
Yeah. Okay, I agree.
I'm all for you follow your dream, but you just can't sit no. A dream ain't a paycheck.
You stupid. Dr. Fine.
I mean, I just think that, especially as it pertains to this video, like relationships are hard all by itself without the added components of who does what, who brings in what, who. I think that when you're looking as a couple and the basic necessities that you all need in order to live, you gotta sit down and have a conversation on what's needed and what each person is bringing to the table. I think that there's a fundamental problem with a person who gets into a relationship with somebody, knowing what they know about that person, and then have a problem with it later on. Like, if you knew that this person only made X amount of dollars, and you was like, oh, that doesn't matter to me. I still love you, this, that, and the third. But then you start treating them differently after a time y'all together. based off of the same things you knew about before getting into a relationship, to me, that's fundamentally wrong.
And you know
I
what? That's
mean, I
I
just
do agree with you on that. I do agree. I 100% agree with you on that topic. Yes, yes. You can't change it. You can't change the game once you get married. You better know what that is before you say I do, and then once you accept it once you say I do. You can't expect them. This is what women do. So many women want to say that they gonna fix them up, but they can change them once they get married. Wrong. Don't go into marriage and you're going to change someone, you're going to upgrade them because they're going to remain who they are, or they're going to convert back to, or they're going to revert back to what they were. So don't go into a relationship saying, "Oh, I'm going to change him, fix him up. I'm going to make him a man." That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. That's the wrong idea to go into into any type of relationship. Okay, even when I got married to late husband, he was in the military, and all that stuff like that. So that was different. That's different. But I ain't. So I'm just saying, based on the video that we saw and his actions about the wife, oh, I think he's full of it. I think his main agenda was to come there and out her in front of all her friends to make himself look like he's the one that's
well,
trying, and she's not. That's his whole
well. Let
agenda.
me just speak on the human nature real quick. The human nature of most individuals is to make the other person feel the way they feel, if not worse. So, like I said in the beginning, this is a cry for help because she, in some way, made him feel some kind of way where he feels like this is equal or even worse to make her feel bad. This is a response to something that happened in their relationship. I mean, and I can't say who was right, who was wrong. I just know that no man on the planet is going to get up to a microphone and talk about his relationship publicly like this. No man. Because most men don't want to talk about their relationship, period. They don't even want to go to counseling to talk in front of a stranger. So for a man to get to this point,
Well, I
she
give it.
has been a part of one of the contributory factors to get to this point. That's human nature because if the shoe was on the other foot and a woman went up there and did the same thing, then that man has hurt her in a certain way where she's now using this microphone to try to get back at him. Why? Because that's human nature for men and women. They want you to hurt like they hurt. And this man is
Oh,
hurt. This man is hurt. Period.
well, here's what I'm gonna say to that. They at the end of the day, they on the end of their marriage. Okay, let's all be clear.
Oh, most definitely. This is a divorce.
Okay, we agree on that. Yes, they at the end of the marriage right here. Yes, this
There
is
is
right.
no saving this after him going viral on, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. There is
Yeah,
no going back from this.
That's a wrap.
yeah. So we agree on that. She got in some shots. He got in some shots. Now you all go ahead. They're gonna throw some more throughout that divorce. But yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. All right, Dr. Fight. On the couch, Dr. Fight. Excellent, excellent, my friend. Excellent.
Yeah, you went from 0 to 10 real quick.
Yeah, you know it didn't take me long. You know.
I started laughing. The longer the video went, the more angry she got.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
and at the end when she found out that he wasn't even the breadwinner paying the bills, oh, she went over the top.
She about leaped out her chair. No, she did. She said, "Look,
oh yeah. So we know the divorce is pending there. We'll maybe that's why to keep track on what's going on.
pending."
Let's take a music break and then we'll come back and then what we got in? Oh, we got the wheel stuff and then we got your rant. God help us all.
No, I didn't know.
Okay, go ahead.
We got sports.
Let's get the music first.
You should know Will early. You got time for you.
I got time for okay. This is me one wheel. Let's go.
Ha.
This is me one my wheel. Dr. Fight, we have our wheel of.
Yeah, I got WTF last time 2 weeks ago.
But we also got a new wheel because you jacked up the first one. The whole 19. I had to redo it because you jacked it all up. Okay.
How I jacked it up?
You jacked it all up. I was like, that ain't you had a wheel. He just jacked it up.
I I said I remember my WTF. It was
Oh,
I gave an article.
No.
oh,
So Dr. Fight, we have we're gonna go to the WTF, but we got a new film.
look, we in the WTF.
We got some genres. We're gonna go from the 70s to the 2000s from film and TV. Okay.
Okay.
And so it depends on which one you get. You might have two questions too, and you might have one. Let's go to the wheel. Let's go.
How long you present the wheel?
Oh, you got to present the wheel.
Yes, I have to do.
I didn't know how to do what you call it.
I know. This ain't your sport.
You know that it ain't mine.
This ain't your.
Okay, let's go.
I was like, what is this shit?
All right, that's small on my phone, so y'all gonna have
Stop.
to tell me.
Oh, you make it bigger. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I got to spin it first.
Oh, yeah, I told you.
I am. It didn't get bigger.
Okay, so Dr. Fight, who wants this one? Television shows from 1970 to 1979.
You.
If I do, that means y'all got to answer. So you do y'all. Really want me to take this one? Want it or not? It's television shows from 1970 to 1979. Do y'all want it?
I know you pretty well. Come on with it.
Okay. Okay, so it's gonna try to spin a second time. It's the second part to it.
It's a second.
Yep.
Part.
Spin the wheel again. It's television shows from 1970 to 1979.
Oh Lord.
You all got to guess the show. Come on with it. Spin the wheel
The
again.
thing going slow. That's why I want to make it bigger.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Spin it again, and I'll take me. Okay. The hell is it? Okay, well, no, we don't need that. Oh no, so drama. So a drama. A drama from 19. Oh hell.
Oh, I know one.
Okay, a drama from 1970, 1979. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one for me. You want to get? Oh, you want me to take it?
No, you can take that. I don't know nothing.
A drama from 1970, 1979.
I know one, but
Okay. Okay, we have to take a break while I figure something out. I know my comedy.
okay, she know.
Okay, so okay, here we go. Gonzo Gates.
Is Google allowed for this?
Gonzo Gates.
Look here.
Hospital.
All right. I'm sorry, I got a phone call and it just messed everything all up. So what let's just say drama.
Okay. It's a
Y'all
drama.
hear
Yep.
me?
So it's a drama from 1970 to 1979. Yep, we
So
hear you.
is that a TV show or is that a
Can you hear
movie?
us?
What
Oh,
yeah, I hear you.
It's a TV show. Yep,
they keep this thing.
Uh yeah, I think it's a little delay on my side.
yeah, there you go. Yep. Okay. Get out of there.
What?
So okay, so the clues are Gonzo Gates, Trapper John, MD,
What?
and it was a hospital series. It ran from yeah. You got the clues, Dr. Fight?
No, I heard something about hospital series.
Yeah, it was okay, let me give y'all some more clues. Okay. MASH, do you remember the TV? Do you remember the TV series
Nash?
MASH?
Yeah.
That's MASH. Yeah. Do you? Okay. So after MASH went off the air, there was a hospital drama that came shortly after that, and it started Pernell Roberts and Gregory Harrison.
Pernell Roberts and Gregory Harrison. Are these white people?
Harrison, yes, they were. Yes, they. Oh God, yes, they are.
He probably won't know.
If you remember Pernell Roberts played in Bonanza, and he was the oldest. He was the oldest son. And I know everybody have watched Bonanza sometime in their life.
I've
It
seen
was
a
an old
few
western.
episodes of Bonanza. Yeah, it
Okay,
wasn't old
okay,
western,
so
but my
it
my
was a
western trivia is not good at all. Like if your only reference is Bonanza, like
well,
I
no, but
grew up in the hood and I resonated when black people was on the screen.
okay,
And in
I
the
know,
'70s,
but
you
this gonna
gotta
help.
also remember if I was watching something in the '70s, I
It was a
probably was like
it was a
4 or
rerun.
5 years old.
Right, right, but it was a rerun. But here's the thing: it was a good show. Yeah, but it was a good show. It was a good TV show. It was a medical drama, and so it
All
was
right.
after MASH, and Gregory Harrison was in it. Charles Siebert was in
Mm-hmm.
it, and here's the
Uh-huh.
thing: the one of the characters, he lived in a mobile home.
Oh, that's interesting. Sounds like a drama. In today's terms, he'll be losing his SNAP benefits on Saturday.
Okay, since you all don't know, let me just tell you all what it is. The TV hospital drama was called Trapper John MD. Trapper John was with Pernell Roberts and Greg Harrison. But what it was that Gregory Harrison was a young intern who went to a hospital in LA, and he lived in his motorhome. So they would always catch him on top of his motorhome, hanging out chilling after his day was up. And Pernell Roberts was one of the lead characters in the show. It also starred Madge Sinclair, well, who was the black head nurse, and she was the one that was in Coming to America. So she also starred in there. There you go. So Trapper John MD. And it was a good medical drama. Okay, that was mine. Now you want that Fight want to take a stab at messing with Dr. Fight?
No, you can have it. You made that way more complicated.
Okay, yeah, it was a 72. I'm trying to school y'all. Y'all gonna learn something on my thing because y'all just said that y'all don't know.
You right, I don't know.
Okay, go ahead. Just spin it with Dr. Fight. Just spin it with Dr. Fight. Trapper John MD.
That definitely was it.
That was my and once look Sunday night. Sunday night.
That was all yours. I'm like, what?
Sunday nights in our house. My mama so Trapper John because what's called two traditions. Reggie Harrison. Oh Lord.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's like this was for you. I just put
Well,
the seven. Yeah, I mean
you
y'all
know,
get birds.
I think. Oh, you're spinning for me.
Because
All
I'm
right,
gonna
I
give you
got you.
seven. Good. You spinning for you. Okay, Dr. Fight.
Okay.
Favorite film or television series from 1980 to 1989? That's yours. Favorite film or television from 1980 to 1989? That's the first part.
Oh,
That's your first part to yours. What's the second
yeah.
part?
Hold on, I got all right, next part.
That's part. Okay, that's
Y'all.
the first
Oh,
part to
wait.
yours.
Okay. The first part.
Let's see. What's the second part to you?
This is fun,
Dramedy. Dramedy, Dr. Fight. So dramedy.
Oh, this is easy here. Starring the greats,
You have to
Ruby
choose a
D.
dramedy. So comedy and mixed
Ruby,
with.
right?
Oh,
This
really?
this is easy. Starring the greats, Ruby D, Eddie
Who?
Murphy. What? Eddie Murphy.
Okay,
Who else? Who else? Who else was in?
just
Who else was
one,
in?
just one.
No, I'm Richard Pryor, Red Fox,
Dr.
Arsenio
Fight, only
Hall.
one, only one. You can only pick one. Is
I'm on.
you?
What you talking about? These were all the actors in the same movie.
No. You're missing two. Mm-mm.
What?
So what? He gonna mention one character?
Yeah.
You mentioned like 4 characters
You
in
did.
some hospital drama that ain't nobody ever seen.
All right, Doctor, we'll give you that one. Go
But
ahead.
I picked it was one show.
He is picking
This
one.
is one. This is one movie.
Oh, one movie. Okay, cool. Okay, my fault. Okay,
Forget your own rules. Look at you.
okay, go ahead.
These are all characters in the same movie in the 80s.
What movie
Do I
you
need to
think?
run them over? Do I need to run them again?
Oh no, you did not just say that.
But that wasn't in the '80s though.
Yes, it was.
If it's the
What
movie,
wasn't in the 80s?
if it's the movie I'm thinking about, it's got to be a movie. It's got to be a dramedy.
That's right. Do
That
you want
wasn't.
me to give you one of the lines in the movie?
No, it
Yes.
was. It was in the 80s.
Yeah, give me a line.
Quit.
Oh,
You over
Harlem,
girls, ain't
Harlem Nights. Harlem
you?
Nights.
That's right. That's right.
I thought that was in like the early '90s.
Nope, 1989. It was on the end.
Really? Dang.
As soon as he said Eddie Murphy, I knew what that was.
Dang. I thought that was like 1990.
Nope, 89.
Wow. Okay, that was a good one, Dr. Fight.
Yeah, trying to play me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. And you know what it was? Because we had his cousin on the show, didn't he?
Ray Murphy.
Yeah, Ray Murphy. Yeah, Ray Murphy on the show. Yeah, and he told some stories about being on set with Red Fox when they was filming Harlem Nights. Yes. Okay. Damn, he took what I was gonna say. That was for me. Damn.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious. I mean, I laughed because Della Reese and when her Eddie Murphy was fighting, that was the best part of the whole film to me. She kicked his ass.
Before he got out there, she said, "Bring it."
She said, "Bring your ass, Negro." That's what she said. She said, "Bring your ass."
She had, you get that finger going when she said, "Bring
Bring your ass, Negro." She talked a whole bunch of crap. And next thing you know, she said, "Baby," he said, "Oh."
She hit that one to the uppercut. He went,
Yeah. He said, "Oh, you want to fight now? Oh, okay. Come on."
cause he hit her first. She shook it off.
Yeah.
She said, "That's all you got."
That part, man. That's how I was fighting a male cousin of mine, and I did too. I remember I got that first sock. I said, "Oh, okay, this is true. Okay, I'm ready now. Let's go. Let's go." I got I'm ready to go.
Oh man.
See, that's what he stole my film. Damn. Okay,
Oh, I
Brady,
steal your film and it was my spin of the wheel.
because I was waiting to hold out till I got that one.
Oh God.
Okay,
You don't even know what you're going to get on the wheel and you already got your mind made up what you're going to
But you
say.
took my Harlem Nights, dang it.
I could
You
told
said
you that.
My Harlem Nights.
Well, you said you was like, what movie in the 80s was that?
I swear, I thought it was in the 1990. I just thought it was 90. I didn't. It was still in the 80s, yeah.
No, he had from 1980
to 1989. Yeah. Oh, that was the easy for him.
That was
Easy
it.
for me. Oh, Lord.
Huh?
I said easy for me. Oh, Lord.
That was easy, you Dr. Bite. Of course, you would know that one. What you got? None of you cheating.
No. Okay, I can't do this one.
Well, spin again. She got television shows from 1970 to 1979.
The only one I know was the
Well, you could get what? You got a couple. Try it. Try it.
I know two.
You watch some old TV. You know some old shows from the 70s to 1979.
I do, but if it's a drama, I'm cooked.
Oh shit. Oh, you got a favorite line or scene. So do you remember favorite line or favorite scene from the show that you're gonna pick?
Oh, I do got it.
From 1970, 1979. Okay, what is it? Dr. Fight, you know what it is? You gotta give us a clue first.
God's gonna get you for that, Walter.
Yeah, God's gonna. Did she say God's gonna get you for that?
Oh, okay. I already know what this is. Dr. Fight, you know what that is?
God's gonna get you for that.
That's why I can get you for that, Walter.
Good times?
Uh-huh.
No, Walter wasn't good time.
Nope. It's Nope, Walter was not good times. I know what it is. I'm saying, I know what it is.
Well, I don't know.
It's it's Maud. Maud started B. Arthur. Anytime Walter did something, she said, "God gonna get you for that, Walter." But that was early. That was early 1970s, like 1970, 1971. Yeah. So if anybody know B. Arthur from the Golden Girls, Rue McClanahan, they all starred in Maud in 1970s.
Then when
Good
B.
job,
Arthur got
y'all. Good
sick,
job.
then when B. Arthur got sick, her husband moved another woman into the house.
Was that B. Arthur?
That could be.
Wasn't that a black woman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, B. Arthur,
B.
a
Miss
black
B.
woman. Her husband, when she got dementia, her husband moved that white
Yeah.
woman in the house.
That what we talking about? B. Arthur, the one that played in Golden Girls, the white one.
Oh
B.
no,
Arthur,
all right.
Golden Girls. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of from the 70s. I was like, oh,
And Brown used to love Maud because I think it was a theme song.
Mom.
But Maud was crazy. In the 70s, Maud's character, they tackled controversial topics like abortion and women in politics. Maud was always the one who was getting into all of that.
Cause
Was getting into all of that.
that's how
I vaguely remember that show. Like
that's how,
really vaguely remember.
cause that's how
It wasn't
Florida.
in syndication when I was,
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't right because that's how Esther Roll them got good times.
Yeah.
Because Esther Roll starred and she was the housekeeper on Maud, and that's how what's called it came to be. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a spinoff from Maud.
Cause that was Norman Lee.
That was Norman Lear, right? Exactly. Yeah, yeah, that was Norman Lear. Good job, y'all. Good job. Good job. Dr. Mike still stole mine though. I ain't gonna let that one go for a minute. I am not gonna let that one go for a minute. I am not.
Well, you thought it was the 90s, so you messed yourself.
I really did. 'Cause I thought it was. I really did. I really did. I really did. Okay, let's get into some sports so you all can. Yeah, because the World Series is happening. Dr. Fight Brother, let's do your sports bet. Let's go.
Dr. Fight, I fell for your Giants.
Where Dr. Fight go?
well, it's kind of hard to determine the success of a season when all of your stars are hurt.
Well, that too.
Their got hurt. I thought I was getting an
You know,
excuse.
Their
we
wide
don't,
receiver is hurt.
you
Their
know,
wide receiver, Malik Neighbors, he tore his
and
ACL.
we still won without them.
Right. But then their rookie
We
running
took
back.
the cow, and that's the thing. Like we took the Cowboys. They we took the Cowboys to a field goal. They won by field goal at the end. We went for two. No, that wasn't that game. We lost the lead against the Broncos. That's the secondary's fault.
Okay. How
You
did that
know,
you
I
weren't here
have no
last
idea.
week. I was like, how did saw the game. I saw the score. It was 26-8. And then when they rolled, they rolled back the final score. It's that Broncos. I'm like, huh? I just knew the Giants had won.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I said the exact same thing. I saw the score, and I think I was sitting at the table with my wife, and I was like, "What?" And she's like, "What happened?" I was like, "Giants lost? How?"
Yeah, that was a how moment. I was like, what?
That was a WTF moment.
Woo. But anyway, so the Giants, they lost their rookie running back, Cam Scalaboo.
Scatterboo.
Yeah, that's his last name.
Okay, Scatterboo.
So he dislocated his ankle. So I believe he had surgery last night. To see. So he's out for the rest of the season. Carson Wentz is also out for the season. He's getting season-ending shoulder surgery. So now the Minnesota Vikings will be going back to JJ McCarthy. Dr. Price not gonna like this, but Daniel, as he used to call Danielle,
Oh yeah.
when he's nicknamed Indiana Jones, your Indianapolis coach.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I'm the fair weather player.
Fair weather fan. But
Yeah.
anyway, you should be a fan. It's bandwagon, but they're 7-1 right now.
Mm.
They're the number one seed in the AFC. I can't believe it. I'm shocked.
They can't use it.
But now here, and everybody's like, is Daniel Jones the MVP? I'm not gonna let y'all do that. Because first of all, Daniel Jones has a wonderful running game. Has anybody seen Jonathan Taylor? The man has almost 900 yards rushing and 14 total touchdowns.
Ooh.
It's kind of easy to play when you know you got that guy in the backfield. Just
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
Now, is he not worthy of MVP? I'll give you all that. I'm just saying. It's not that bad when you got a running back.
Okay.
Dr. Fight. What is
I
it
have
like?
nothing to say about Danielle. I have
Uh,
nothing at all.
Oh, he's
The
feeling hurt.
man, if the man wants to play, the man wants to play and throw the ball to his teammates in Indianapolis, then I wish he would have did it in New York. He had Saquon Barkley as his running back. So I don't want to hear it. The man
Oh,
learned how to play football in New York and then went to Indianapolis and decided to actually play football. So
what a hater. What hateration come from Dr. Fight.
whatever. I
Oh,
mean, that's facts. That's
oh,
facts.
oh. Oh, poor baby. Oh, it's okay. You're all right.
well, anyway, maybe this will make Dr. Fight feel better. The Cowboys got smoked. I'm
So
I'm talking about full on smoked like a turkey.
against a team we should have beat.
Yeah, because they lost 44-24. That one looked like no MVP yesterday.
24-24.
Oh, they got beat.
Oh, that was a booty spanking.
Beat.
Oh, okay.
They got beat. They are now 3-4-1 on the season. Everybody asking Jerry
We
Jones,
have
are they one player away from,
From what?
from an NFC championship game? And my answer is no. That's what you get. This is called karma. You wouldn't pay Micah Parsons. Now your defense is trash. And they talk about, well, we may need a pass rusher. You had one. You had a pass. Did anybody see? Has anybody seen Micah Parsons the last 2 weeks? He had a hat trick for sacks last week. And then this week they played Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers because it was Aaron Rodgers' return to Green Bay.
Oh my God, he back in Green Bay.
He returned as a Steeler.
Oh, I was like, what the heck?
No, but somebody did anybody see those uniforms Pittsburgh had on?
I didn't know that.
trash.
No,
That's
no.
why they lost.
These were like I guess the uniforms from the '60s. Awful. Ugh. It was like throw up on the screen.
Maybe they was trying to infuse some of that old Pittsburgh nostalgia.
They did, and they got beat like nostalgia. Horrible.
Well, they didn't infuse it then. They just let it.
I don't know. Whoever thought those uniforms was a good idea should be fired. Those uniforms was horrible. Yeah. But yeah, they lost to Green Bay 35-25.
That wasn't that bad.
The Jets, the lowly winless Jets, are no longer winless. They came back from 15 down to beat the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, they beat them by one, right? When did the game 39 or something?
39-38. Made Ocho Cinco cry.
Oh, Ocho cried. Oh.
Well, he was trying not to. He had the glasses on because Aunt kept messing with him last night on nightcap.
Oh.
But yeah, so the Bengals are now 3-5. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. Dr. Fight, who you got making the playoffs from what you've seen so far?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Keep on. The Chicago Bears lost yesterday.
Well, you can't be mad at the Bears.
Look, 30-16 to the Baltimore Ravens. Let's understand, the Ravens are not trying to go like 1-6. We're not trying to go 1-6. So they were fighting. So I'm not gonna be mad. We won 4 straight. We couldn't win yesterday. It's okay.
No, 4 straight is good for Chicago.
4 straight is a miracle.
Yeah, there you go.
4 straight for the Bears
The
is
Bears.
a miracle.
But
I was sitting here talking the whole time and I was on mute.
Uh-oh. Well, look, I was asking you, who you think going to the playoffs so far from what you've seen?
From what division?
Let's Let's go AFC West. Let's start there.
All right. Well, I think that this week the Baltimore Ravens get back Lamar Jackson, and they won without him. So they've
Yeah.
been fixing some of their defensive woes. I think they'll make a wild card spot. I
Okay.
think the Bills will probably uh, get
And
the number two spot. Maybe I think the Colts are in the
Colts are number
eh,
one right now.
yeah, Colts are number one right now. So I think they'll get a spot. Let's see, that's three teams. I think Kansas City, you can never count them out. They'll get a spot. There's six spots, right? So that's
Seven.
four. There's seven spots. All right, that's four. Um, let's see, the other three spots in the AFC will probably, I think, potentially the Steelers may get into the playoffs. Um,
Broncos.
the Broncos will get into the playoffs. Yeah, I think they'll get a spot, and that last spot will probably go to. Hmm. Maybe if they can play like they played this weekend, the Texans.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
Okay.
interesting.
Now we got the NFC side. Who you got for NFC side?
NFC side, with that defense last night, and if Jordan Love can play like he played last night, 20 straight completions, you can't. Green Bay is going to be in the mix. The way. Oh, wait, let me go back to the AFC. Let me take the Texans out and put the New England Patriots in that
Okay.
spot. 'Cause that defense they got and the way Drake May, second year quarterback out of Carolina, has been playing is obviously way to go. So let me go back now to the NFC. I think Philly, Green Bay.
Green
Let's
Bay.
see. Ooh, Lord,
You
it's
got
up in the air.
you got the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I think the Lions will make it.
You got
They're a strong enough team.
you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay, yeah, they'll make it. They've hit a little slump though. Evans, is hurt, and they got a
Hmm.
couple of hurt wide receivers, and so I don't. Baker Mayfield has been playing. He's another Daniel Jones to me.
Uh-oh.
Uh, so okay, we had what? Green Bay, Philly, Detroit, Tampa Bay. That's four. So that's basically the division leaders. Then you got the wild card spots.
Wait a minute.
I don't know. See, I think that Kansas City may be
Oh,
a wild
there.
a wild card this season.
Kansas City is gonna be a wild card. They got three losses.
Oh, okay, so they may be a wild card. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're 4-3 because
That's what I think they may be a wild
Denver
card.
is leading their division at 6-2.
Hmm. Yeah, I want them to go bye bye.
Where's your mother?
Kansas City, I want them to go bye bye.
Hey, so they're probably gonna be a wild card because you have the four division leaders and then you got three wild card spots. That's how you get to 17.
Oh, okay.
So we NFC would say Green Bay, Philly,
Well, I
Detroit.
think Philly will come out of the NFC East. I think Atlanta will come out of the NFC South. I
See,
think.
see everything after you do the four division leaders in the NFC, it's a toss up because you got the division. Then you got the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams.
Hmm.
You got the 49ers. Uh,
I don't know that the 49ers, if they don't get this together, I don't know that they'll come out of the
but they don't.
West.
If they don't get healthy, they ain't coming out.
Yeah, they got a lot of injured players too. But the thing is, they have been winning some games
Hmm.
even as their players are interchangeable.
Right. Yeah, they have been winning. Oh, and you got the Seahawks too in that division.
Right.
So you may get three because you got the Rams. Yeah, they're all atop the division, and then You get Tampa Bay. You may get the Falcons, but I don't know because the Falcons looked awful yesterday.
They
Awful.
did. And now with Penix probably out a few weeks,
They've turned to
you
Kirk Cousins.
Mm-mm.
That man's making 38 million as a backup.
That's a lot of
hey,
money.
that ain't a bad job. Now speaking of that, let's go to this year. Let's go. The LSU Tigers fired on yesterday. Fired Brian Kelly.
And they got to pay him $54 million
$54 million buyout.
to go to not coach. But get this, I didn't know the same athletic director that hired Brian Kelly and gave him that contract also
Jimbo
hired
Fisher in Texas
Jimbo Fisher,
A&M. Yeah.
who is not coaching because he got $76 million buyout.
Hey,
If you pay me that much not to coach, I bye.
right. Go ahead and fire me
That
then.
man got more than $120 million worth of buyouts in two
Yeah,
schools.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and fire me then, and do it quickly. Hurry up.
and give me
Yeah.
my and give me my check while I'm on my way out of here.
Yeah.
That's the same thing for the Penn State head coach.
Cause he got what 50 million.
He getting paid too not to coach.
Like, and then don't you? And then they ask, don't you want to coach again? Not really. They
Right.
they be up there. Yeah, I want to get back in coach. Not really. I got $50 million sitting in the bank.
Right. Like, why would I?
I have 50,
So
I have 50 million reasons not to coach.
so they gave a short list for both the Florida job, the Penn State job, and the LSU job, and they keep saying Lane Kiffin. And Ole Miss came out and saying they are currently looking to make Lane Kiffin one of the highest paid head coaches in college football. Ole Miss is to sign him to an extension that would pay him to keep him at Ole Miss and not him be attracted to go to Florida, Penn State, or LSU. Now I don't see the purpose of going to Florida, LSU, and you're already in the SEC. Like Ole Miss is in the SEC. He's built this team to where it is. They are contending every year. So, I mean, last year they were in contention for a national championship. They just lost a game late in the season that they shouldn't have lost, and it got them out of contention. This year, they're back into contention. They're the number, what, sixth ranked team, seventh ranked team in
Hmm.
the country. And I mean, all you got to do is win at this point. He's only got one loss, which they shouldn't have lost that game last week for not this past weekend, but last week. Um, you know, this he's got a decent team and he's got a good defense. That's the thing. As an offensive mastermind he is, he's got a good defense. And he learned a lot under Nick Saban while he was the offensive coordinator at Alabama. Him, Sarkisian, who's at Texas, whose Arch Manning has underperformed this year. You know, they rolled the dice on him, and he hasn't been the Heisman hopeful that they had hoped that he would be.
Well, I gotta get this in. So in the NBA, the NBA is back.
Yay!
Inside the NBA made their debut on ESPN. So Ernie, Chuck, Kenny, and Shaq, they're on ESPN now. So they do the pregame show. But let's talk about. Did you hear about the major gambling scandal? So they
Yes.
Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups were arrested on what was it Thursday morning? Yeah, it was Thursday morning for allegedly running what poker games linked
Now,
to
so
mafia
that's the thing. They weren't they weren't running the games. So in Chauncey Billups' case, the mafia was
Oh,
setting up these games,
oh.
Yes,
and Chauncey Billups was using his celebrity to attract
people
high
to
rollers to the
Oh.
games, but the games were rigged.
What?
yeah, the games were rigged. And you got
Wow.
like the ties to the mafia because I think they said Kevin Garnett was at one of the games.
Oh.
Um, and then Another guy got Damon Jones. I guess he used to be a teammate of LeBron James, so he was telling his friends like, "Hey, LeBron is not gonna play tonight," and he was getting paid for it.
Oh, LeBron was supposed to be there.
No, no, no,
No,
no. They were LeBron got mentioned because I guess one of his buddies or like somebody he played with gave information to his friends that LeBron wasn't gonna play one night, and he got paid for giving
so
them
it
Oh,
affected betting. So
oh,
it
right.
affected betting of that game that night.
oh,
Some
okay.
people lost that money because other people had inside information that LeBron wasn't gonna play.
Is that what they called when the fix was in? Is that what they called it? It was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so the
Well,
NBA
this
got
will be interesting.
tell you that sports betting is getting everybody messed around because one guy he was playing for Toronto. He was actually I think he's Michael Porter Jr.'s younger brother. He got banned for life from the NBA.
Ooh, ooh. Okay.
Well, this thing is, first of all, I think individuals who make multi-million dollars and you're sacrificing your careers and your name and your family for a couple of $100,000 in especially Terry Rozier, he's still playing. And I think he was making $56 million. And I think they
Woo.
said that his involvement so far he had gotten paid like $200,000. You sacrifice $56 million for 200,000.
Yep.
See, I don't know why they do that because what for back in the day, well, not the, when Michael Jordan was playing, they see Michael was a big gambler, and any given time, there was always these gambling boats or whatever around in the Midwest. Michael Jordan would be there at the casinos putting down. They would give him a private room, but at least he was on a legitimate casino. He was in a legit
Right.
casino doing his thing. They might say Mike would drop millions, boy. Mike would drop him a couple of million real easy.
They love seeing him come.
Yeah, they love seeing him come on the gambling trip. Yep.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what's going on in sports.
That's why any more sports rap you got?
Um, I just think that the landscape of college football right now, I think is Kirby
Right.
Smart came out today by saying that, Brian Kelly's firing is a result of the the win or bust. Either you win or you fire. Like, I mean, it's the
Oh,
current climate in this transfer portal, paying players. It's the highest level of scrutiny that a coach can go through right now, because if boosters are paying for a roster that's like $20 million and you're not even making the college football playoff, then it's a buzz. Ryan Day in Ohio State is like one of the top five teams in paying players. Like, they won the national championship last year and they were the number two highest paid roster in football. Texas A&M was number one, and Texas A&M didn't even make the playoff last year, and Ohio State won. And Nick Saban was right. It's just paying players only works if you win. If you don't, then what did you just pay for? You
mm,
paid for a kid to be able to go buy a Lamborghini, and and that's pretty much the practice field parking lot of Texas A&M. There's a whole bunch of college players driving to practice in Lamborghinis,
wow,
and they ain't winning nothing.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, they're not even making the college football playoffs, and you have 20, $30 million rosters.
That's ridiculous.
Like that. That's why Ryan.
That's
That's
why
why
kids. That's why kids are not really when they get their money. They ain't really motivated to go like to the
right.
NFL or stuff like that
They
because you give them everything they need right there
they
before they even get out of college.
you're looking at senior. You're looking at students that have been a senior, fifth year senior,
Oh my
sixth year
god.
senior,
Oh my god.
because they reapplied for their eligibility due to COVID, so they got these extra years of eligibility that they're using up. It's just crazy.
Wow.
I mean, before Shador even got into the NFL, he was getting 3, 4 million a year.
Wow. Is he still with the team that picked him up?
Unfortunately, I wish they.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. And but that seems to
I
be the
just
game.
think
They paying all these kids coming out of college in NFL and in the NBA, paying them way too much money. They're not motivated to play the game. Julie, when they motivated to get paid. So
But that's what I was saying. And I said on Big Woo Radio Show, the sports talk show, like I think that we've gotten to the point where, now don't get me wrong, I was one of the people that agreed that it made no sense for a college student that couldn't get compensated for their image, their likeness. You know what I'm saying? Like the NFL, the NCAA will sign a deal with EA Sports, and you will put these players on a video game, and they'll make billions of dollars, and the players get nothing. You
but
put their jerseys out for sale in your centers and your bookstores, and make millions of dollars off these sales and ticket sales off of these players, and they get nothing. Like I think that's not a good thing. Now most people will say a 70, $80,000 education, and you graduate debt free. Anybody will sign up for that. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
I, but it's not fair in the sense is like, okay, if I'm a biology student and I'm in the lab and my degree is in biology, and I find a nuclear structure that can cure cancer, and somebody pays me $50 million to do it, I don't lose my eligibility as a college student. Like I don't lose anything. I can get paid, I can get compensated for that. That's because that college student is getting paid for their brilliance. And just because my brilliance is on a field or a court, then all of a sudden I'm disqualified? No. I should be paid for my brilliance just like anybody else on this campus that will get compensated for their brilliance also.
But see, that's
But
why
I think the
you
current
open up,
structure,
right? You think when you open up that Pandora's box, then you get all the stuff that you're getting now.
yeah, and I think the current structure is never something that we thought about. I thought that maybe
Mm,
players could potentially, sign a deal, with EA Sports if they're going to be a featured player on the thing, and they can get, some residual from that and things of that nature based off of their sales. I didn't think that you can contractually sign players and give them a salary for playing. I thought, I didn't think that that was the type of system that
mm,
they were looking at. And now, if the local Hardys wanted to put me in a commercial, I should get paid for that, and I shouldn't lose my eligibility because Hardys came to me and I signed a contract with Hardys to be able to get compensated for the commercials they're gonna run in the local area. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like that's what I thought the kind of system it was gonna be. I didn't think we were gonna have boosters that had treasure chests
mm,
of $40 million, and now
mm.
the coach can go out here and make sure that he meet his salary cap. Like this is crazy. It's crazy. The quarterback for Michigan, they said was rivaling $8 or $9 million a year. Like this is ridiculous.
Mm.
A high school freshman coming out of high school, a freshman in college, five-star quarterback can make $8 or $9 million a year.
You put that kind of money in a young person's hand, you asking for trouble. You're asking for trouble, and they don't know how to handle that. Yeah, that's why you got dangerous.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, yeah, very slippery slope. All right, you guys, there's another edition of something to talk about. Doctor, we got a whole lot to talk about this afternoon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys go get your You can find us on Alexa. So go ahead and just type in. Well, just tell Alexa to open up KELM Radio, and then you can find all of us there. You guys, somebody might be listening to us tonight on there, but it just went up there
You say
today.
K who?
KELMradio.com. That's us. We up on Alexa. So just tell people, open up. Say Alexa,
KELM.
KELM Radio. Or the whole thing is KELMradio.com. But yep, we're there. So if
Okie dokie.
you got a tablet, whatever they said, whatever you got, you can just go there and fire stick, whatever. Woo! That's been a whole task. All right. Thank you, Dr. Fight. We miss you. We're glad you're back. You're back in good form.
Hey, look at God.
Look at God. I love that.
Always.
Always. All right. Enjoy the rest of the gymnastics.
All right.
Okay. Have a good night. Drive safe. All right, you guys. There you go for something to talk about. Make sure tomorrow, we got G. Eilish is coming up. This guy is an awesome singer, as well as he's written for people like Bruno Mars and BB King, and it just runs the gamut. But he is uber talented. So make sure you guys check him out. Check us out tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I can wait to talk to him. When I listen to his latest thing was called Crayons, Color with Crayons, I think.
Okay.
No. Broken Crayons.
Oh, she was all off.
I was Broken Crayons. But when I first heard, you had to head down. I was working, and I said, and I oh no, this is excellent. He is so talented. Make sure you guys check out his interview with L Unfiltered tomorrow, also on KELN Radio as well as ANO Radio. Peace out. Have a good Monday evening. And which I got football.
Football on Kansas City's playing the Washington Commanders.
I'm gonna need the Commanders to beat Washington. I'm sorry, Kansas City.
0-0 going into the second quarter, and the Dodgers are in LA to play the Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, that's right. Is game 2? Game 3?
They're tied 1-1. With the format, the Dodgers have 3 games at home, and it's tied 1-1, so the Dodgers can literally win it at home.
Oh, come on, Dodgers! Come on, Dodgers!
Hopefully they close it out. So this time next Monday, where they gotta close by this time next Monday, I'm gonna go buy me a blue Dodger shirt and I'll be on here my Dodger.
All right, B, have your Dodger shirt on. Come on, home team. Well, that's Brianna's home team. My adopted home.
I'll let you claim.
You let me. Oh, okay.
I'll let you claim that.
All right, you guys have a good evening. We love you guys. Thank you. Make sure you like and share.
I'm gonna buy her a shirt that when she gotta wear it.
That's fine. I don't have no problems. I just want the button up. I don't want
I'll
overhead.
I'll get you a V-neck.
There you go. Oh, I want the jacket. I don't want this t-shirt.
You want the jersey?
Yeah, I want the jersey.
Okay, you want the jersey.
I want the jersey.
Okay.
All right. All right, you guys. We love you guys. Thank you. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
All them.
All of them. All right. Peace out, you guys.